Hey everyone, it's Natalie. So today is going to be the part 2 of spending holidays with or without your narcissist. So today's video will be on what if you have to spend time with your narcissist during the holiday. Oh my God, I do not miss that feeling driving in the car to my in-laws. It's just like, you know something's going to be said, something's going to happen. You're preparing yourself. You don't know what it's going to be because the narcissist always comes up with something. But just that sinking feeling you have on the drive over there. Which also brings me to the point that if you have to spend time with your narcissist during the holiday, go to their house. Do not let them come to your house. Because we all know if the narcissist comes to your house, they will rearrange your furniture. They will tell you your cooking's wrong. They will stay longer than you want them to stay. They will do stuff just to irritate you in your own home. What I found helpful is when you have to spend time with these people, you go to their house, you set a timer on your phone. You do not explain why you have to leave at this time, but make sure that when that timer goes off, you visually show the narcissist, oh, it's time to go, and you pick your stuff up and you leave. You do not owe the narcissist a explanation of why you have to go at this time, but that's the time you set on your phone. You have other things to attend to, so you leave. Or what I also found helpful, if you think putting a timer on your phone is a little rude, what I also found helpful is when it comes that time where you can't take anymore and you really need to leave before something bad happens, or you just want to get out of there because you don't like spending time with them, you just simply gather your stuff and say, well, it's time to go. I have this or that. You can explain if you want, but you don't owe them an explanation. What I did was me and my husband would have this silent communication. So I would look at him like, it's time to go. Especially like if his mom was being condescending or passive aggressive, he always recognized it. And I would just kind of look at him like, time to go. And he always respected me. But if you don't have a husband who kind of sees the obvious, then you have a conversation with him either on the way there or before, and you just say, hey, I'd like to be home by this time. I'm really overwhelmed during the holidays. I have other things to attend to. So this is the time that we need to leave. Because the problem, like I said, if you invite the narcissist over and you want them to leave, to verbally tell them, hey, I think it's time for you to go, even though you're not being rude to them, you're just wanting your time back, they will start playing the victim, saying horrible things about you to everyone. Well, Natalie asked me to leave her house only after 2 hours or 3 hours, whatever it is. And she just doesn't like me? Isn't she just so rude? She's not hospitable at all. So you don't want to give them a way to smear you to people. So just go to their house. It's the easiest way to get out of it when you're ready to leave. And then if you find yourself having the narcissist like telling you their opinions, trying to make decisions for you, criticizing your parenting, criticizing your job, whatever it is, simple phrase. You just say, that's very interesting, and leave it at that. Walk away, do whatever you need. You could use other phrases like, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I see it differently. Or you can just nod and agree, even though you're in disagreement with them. You can nod and agree. Oh, okay. Thanks for your input. You know what I mean? Like, you don't take it to heart. You don't do what they tell you to do. You don't take their criticism and start a fight over it. You just say, that's really interesting. You see it that way or feel that way, whatever it is. And I found also when my narcissist was asking me questions that I felt uncomfortable answering, because remember, you never share your life with the narcissist. I would just downplay it, or I would say just little phrases to her, just like, oh, everything's going good, thanks for asking. Things like that. You don't go into detail about what they asked you, because they're fishing for that information so they can go back and use it against you later. And if you find that your narcissist starts talking crap about other people within your friend circle or family, I want you to do the opposite. So if the narcissist is saying, do you see how she runs her business? You say, I do see how she runs her business. She is such a professional. She is such a good business owner. I really like the way she runs her business. So because the narcissist is trying to get you to talk crap about someone, so they can turn around and say that you are talking crap about them, even though the narcissist was. You want to say something positive about the person that they are trying to smear to you. I also found what was helpful was avoiding them. So you're at their house. I know it's kind of hard to avoid them, but don't go out of your way to interact with them. Don't go out of your way to start a conversation. Don't go out of your way to impress them. You simply just want to keep yourself in a safe little bubble. And if you find that person is trying to intervene on your personal space, you can literally physically walk away, or you can just say, I'm not very comfortable with talking about that person like that, or talking about this situation. That's very personal to me. So I'm sorry. At this time, I don't feel comfortable talking about that. I also found that, and maybe I'll get criticism for this, but I also found that, let's say the narcissist is making food or something, just honestly trying to be helpful in certain situations. So maybe setting the table, maybe watching the food on the stove, whatever it is. And if the narcissist comes to you and criticizes you, like you didn't stir the pot of beans the way you're supposed to, you simply say, oh, I'm sorry. I was just trying to help out. I'm sorry about that. So you're having condescension in a passive-aggressive way towards them, because you're showing them, I'm trying to help and you're criticizing me. Like, that's rude. So when you're saying things like, I'm so sorry that I didn't do the way that you wanted me to do, I'm just trying to help, you're telling the narcissist in a sly way, like, I'm trying to be helpful and you're being rude. So, because the narcissist doesn't like you pointing out them being malicious towards you, because they will find a problem in every single thing you do. So even though I'm telling you not to interact with them as much as possible, if you're, let's say, setting the table, or you're watching the pot of beans, whatever it is, it doesn't mean that you're spending time with the narcissist. You're keeping yourself busy to exclude yourself away from that narcissist. So you're doing things to help, so you look helpful, but at the same time, you're doing things to stay clear of interaction with the narcissist. So like I said, they might come criticize you for not stirring the pot the way they would, but you're going to come back with a smart-ass remark by saying, I'm sorry that you don't think I'm good enough. I mean, you're not saying that verbally, but the way that you word things can really hit a narcissist hard. I know that I found, and I'll be the first to admit, when my narcissist would antagonize me and doing little things to be petty while I was there, I would say passive-aggressive things, because I don't know, I was just put in a spot where, I felt like I was being attacked, so I was just like kind of, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but for example, The first time I went to their new house they built, it's this big house with all these bedrooms they don't need. I said, oh my God, this is so excellent that you have these spare bedrooms, because when you guys get to the age that you need a nurse to live with you, they'll have their own room here to help you. I swear to God, I said that to her. And the look on her face was priceless. And I was like, jab, I got one in. Because it really can seem like you never get anything in or over on the narcissist. But if you find little things like that, it hits the narcissist. Because first off, narcissists hate that they're getting older. And when you bring up the fact that, oh, you can have a live-in nurse when you get too old to take care of yourself, live here. I mean, it gets to them. But honestly, the other thing is I didn't realize it was passive aggressive until later on, when I started to think about what I had said and how it was kind of rude. But in that moment, I wasn't like trying to be malicious. I was just, I don't know. I was, honestly, I don't know. I was just kind of happy for them to have a place where a nurse could live with them, because I was telling them, I'm not taking care of you when you get too old and you can't take care of yourself. So it's just little remarks like that you can make to them, where I don't think it's intentional that you're being malicious, but it is intentional that you're letting them know that you're going to live your life and I'm going to live mine, and our lives aren't going to intertwine, especially when you're getting too old to take care of yourself. Don't come to me looking for that support and that help. It's not going to happen. Now, if it was a kind, considerate, loving person, I don't see any problem with taking care of your parent, as long as your life isn't being affected in a negative way. Okay, so that was kind of off track, but the other things you could do is, if you see them giving you underhanded compliments, I want you to say something positive to them. Well, thank you so much. I love that I dyed my hair blonde or brown, because if you go, I'm using this as an example, it could be anything. So if you go over there and you just dyed your hair, let's say from brown to blonde or blonde to brown, the narcissist is going to say something passive aggressive, because they always have to nitpick at the decisions that you make. So someone comes and says something about your hair color, about the way you parent, you take it as a compliment and not as an attack. So you say, thank you, and just have this big smile. Thank you so much for that compliment. I so appreciate it. So in some ways, you're being a smart ass and you're letting them know, honey, I don't play that. I like to use the old and living color clown, homie, don't play that. I always say, homie, don't play that. Not here. No, ma'am. And so, because I always found that when I was being attacked, I would try to find something to kind of make me giggle at them. And so I'd be like, homie, don't play that. You know what I mean? Like, nope, I ain't. In Living Color used to be one of my favorite shows, and Homie the Clown was just my favorite character and still is to this day. So you can find ways to humor yourself. I found that taking their underhanded compliments or passive aggression and turning it into, maybe something funny that you look at the narc and you're like, this person's unreal, right? That's what you're thinking. So you just kind of blow them off. You can even laugh in their face. If they're saying something that's nasty and rude, you could be like, yeah, okay. You know what I mean? Because this is the thing. When you're at the narcissist, they're going to try to get away with as much as possible. So if you nip it in the bud right away and you show them, I'm not playing your games right now, they're gonna kind of back off. At least that's what I found. I found that when my mother-in-law just started saying passive aggressive, underhanded things to me, I would just be very cheerful, and I would say just like, oh, well, thank you. Or I'd kind of laugh and shake my head and walk away, not saying anything. And I did find that did slow her down a little bit. And then what I would do is I would try to avoid her by doing things around the house, helping out, but not standing next to her in the kitchen, right? But you're doing something over here, she's doing something over there. So you're not really working together. You're just staying away from each other. And if she comes in your vicinity, act like you're gonna go do something else at the other side of the house, like set the table, tell the boys the food's ready, take care of the children. And that's a thing. The other thing is, if you have children, it always gives you a good excuse of why you have to walk away from the narcissist. So you could say, oh, I have to go check on my son or my daughter, right? And so you walk away, no explanation needed. And the other thing I was going to tell you is that look, guys, you owe nothing to the narcissist. Nothing. You don't owe explanation. You don't owe an apology. Nothing. So don't go over there kissing butt to someone who treats you bad, because all it does is condone the abuse to go even further. They see that you're kissing their butt, so they're just going to keep right along abusing you. But when you stand firm in your boundaries, you have a confident spirit, you're confident in nature, it intimidates the narcissist, because we all know that narcissists are really scared little children. You know, they have an emotional state of a 6-year-old. So if you think about your 6-year-old and how they try to manipulate you, but when you're authoritarian with your 6-year-old, they back up. It's kind of the same scenario with the narcissist. So keeping your boundaries firm and kind of being a smart ass, man. But you're not going to do it in a rude way. You're going to do it in a very polite way, like the narcissist does. So in some ways, you're going to act narcissistic back to the narcissist, giving them a little bit of taste of their own medicine. I did it, and you know what I read? All these people. I read a paper from a CNN reporter who said that when you're with a narcissist, stroke their ego. She literally wrote that you should stroke their ego. Don't ever do that. Don't ever stroke their ego. I disagree with this reporter 100%. When you stroke the narcissist's ego, they get a confidence and courage in abusing you further. Let's see, what else? Oh, and the other thing is, we all know that narcissists hate holidays because the attention is not on them. So that's the other thing you need to watch out for, is the narcissist trying to make the celebration all about them, trying to ruin it when they see other people having fun and happy. Because what I found is when I was displaying joy and happiness during the holidays, my narcissist would say something very cruel to me, or she would be a smart ass to me, or whatever, gaslight me. And so I didn't let it bother me, but after I experienced that a few times, I prepared myself. So everyone wants to have a good time during the holidays with their family. So you do you. If the narcissist comes and tries to say something nasty to you because they're trying to ruin your joy, blow them off. They're trying to get under your skin. They're trying to get to you. So you don't want them to know that they are getting to you, because that feeds them supply. And the whole goal of all of this is not to give the narcissist any supply. Okay? And so because the narcissist is trying to make the holidays focused on them by them upsetting people. This is the thing about the narcissist. When it's the holidays, it's not about bringing love and joy to the people that are in your family. It's about putting the attention on you, on the narcissist, not you, the narcissist. Even if that means that they have to get it negatively. So when everyone's focused on this holiday, the narcissist will do something cruel to upset people to make the holiday about them. Okay? So prepare yourself with that. And you can avoid that by not letting the narcissist get under your skin when they're saying or doing things, because they're trying to have conflict within the celebration to make the holidays about them and them get the supply they need, because narcissists get their best supply when you're upset. They don't get supply from you when you're happy and joyful. They get it when you're upset, your energy's high, you're having negative thoughts. They feed off of it like leeches. So the whole goal while you're there is not to have any negative activity with them. You just want to make sure that if they're trying to get that reaction, you say something positive, you ask them not to involve you, things like that. Next thing, the gaslighting. I found the gaslighting to be almost unbearable. But just like I was saying, if they say something passive aggressive or whatever, if they're gaslighting you, trying to upset you, I honestly want you to say something kind to them. Say something positive, or you simply don't say anything and you walk away. I found that I intimidated my narcissist when I would say something positive to her, because she was trying to, be negative, and I would turn around and I wouldn't run with her gaslighting, and I would say something like, oh, well, thanks for that, or, yeah, that's really too bad that happened, or, I have to go check on the children. So there's, before you go over there, just sit with yourself and think of phrases and obligations that you can have while you're with the narcissist. The other thing, and I might as well address this now, is the gift giving, especially around Christmas. The narcissist will never put any thought or money or time in a gift for you. So don't put that energy in a gift for them, because if you put time, money, and energy into a gift, the narcissist, no matter what it is always going to find fault in it. My narcissist gave me back my Christmas gift, literally a day or two later, that I had put a lot of thought in it. And they just honestly, you could buy them a pair of diamond earrings and they would find a black speck in it, or that it wasn't the cut they wanted, or they were too little, or they're too big, or why'd you spend the money like that? I mean, they will just, whatever gift you give them, they're going to find a problem with it. So, what I suggest if you're getting the narcissist a gift is just getting them a gift card. Okay, just get them a gift card to maybe a place they like to eat. You could get a Visa gift card. You could do whatever. Get them a little card, because it's exhausting putting all this time and energy into a gift, because you're, as their daughter-in-law, you want to be thoughtful, because we're good people. We try to get gifts that are thoughtful and we know that person will appreciate and use, right? But the narcissist, they don't care that you're putting all this energy in it. They will always find fault with it. So just get them something neutral, because they're always going to get you some scummy crap, like a scarf, something that's meaningless, right? They don't put any energy or love or thought into a gift to make you realize, oh, wow, this person really appreciates me, because they don't want you to feel that way. They don't want you to feel loved or welcomed or any of that. So they're not going to put thought into something to make you feel special. It's just not going to happen. So yeah, I hope that this video reaches the few people that asked me to do it, a video on what to do if you're spending time with a narcissist during the holiday. I hope it's helpful. If you have any comments, please leave them below. If you like my video, thumbs up. And I really appreciate you guys. I'm trying to mourn the loss of my friend right now. And so I will be doing a Q&A very soon. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to attend the Zoom meeting tonight. I've just been very emotional because this one's really hit close at home. And it's my third friend in a year to die of fentanyl being in a pharmaceutical. So if you'd like to join Zoom tonight, even if I'm not there, go down into my videos where it says Zoom support meeting. The meeting code and meeting number and everything's on there, and you can join. It starts at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's Texas time. I'm here in Texas. And so yeah, I hope to see you soon. Peace, love, and harmony. Bye guys.